Hello tubers, Mezcal here. I want to hold this stone into just some form of holder, so I'm bent up some scrap piece there that was sitting around in my little pile of scrap silver, and a couple other bits here I think I'll use. There's another piece here of the spoon carry-ons. So yeah, I think I'll use that to come up to a bale that'll go through. And I was thinking of coming across the face of this with a nice piece of silver and then bending it down. I'm copying the pattern here that you'd find if you looked end on a single crystal, just to keep the sort of, I don't know, just seemed to make sense to me to make it, this flat piece, look like a crystal as well. It needs a little fold in it, so I'll just put a bit of a dog leg kink in there to bring that down to that face, and then solder them together, and then solder the tag up the back there and put a loop in it. Get a sharper bend. I've bent it further than I would need to, and then bend it back. Go to a full right angle and then whack it with a hammer or something to sharpen that line. Come back from that. Now we need another one, and it doesn't need to be very deep. Yep, that's looking better. Now, I haven't done this before. I've got a preparation of borax in alcohol here, and it's highly recommended to dip your pieces into this sort of stuff and burn it off, which will leave a very fine powder coating of borax all over, which will reduce the fire scale that happens during soldering. If you're using these types of claws to stabilise your soldering jobs, you want to flatten out these teeth, because what will happen is when your job's hot, these teeth will leave marks. They'll push into and dent your workpiece. And there you see I've flattened them all down and pushed them inside so that they're not biting into the job. A quick wet down with this borax stuff. I've shaken it so it's dispersed the powder evenly. I don't want too much on there. I just want to wet it with it, and then you burn it off, and as it burns off it leaves a very nice thin residue. Okay, so there's the flame. and I can see a frosting of the powder on there, so it's done what we were trying to achieve. Just putting down my flux paste, and I'm trying to use the alcohol again this time instead of I usually use my flux paste as water. Dry that down. Get some solder. I'm going to go hard solder for this one. And just fold up a tiny little staple. It's pretty large actually. Fairly large area I need to fill. And the other side's not as big, so I'll just cut it short a bit for that. Get the tweezers so I can pop them into place. If you're trying to do some fine work and you're having trouble seeing stuff, this little contraption I've got here, I use all the time. They're pretty cheap. I've got a Amazon affiliate link, so if you're looking to buy one, use that link and I'll get a little trickle of the money. Okay, let's do this. Don't think I'll ever see that bit of silver again. I've bent this little bit up here, it's down to scrap pieces, and that'll go on the back of that. Right in the pickle. Close inspection shows there I should have been a little bit longer with the heat, so I will put a bit more borax on there and heat that again. I would have liked some solder to flow up into here as well, but yeah, it hasn't seemed to have happened. Okay, happy with that. Got good solder flow there. It's coming together on two sides, so it's, yeah, looks pretty good. All I need now is another bail piece that finishes off so that when a cord or a chain comes through it, that it's hanging in the right orientation. Something I'd already rounded up, just mucking around, so I'll use that. And I think I'll elongate it so that it's more of an oval than a circle, so that it sits flatter, otherwise it's quite round. Opening it up flat here with the flat pliers, and then I'll curl them around again to meet each other. Where's my round pliers gone? Happy with that meet up of faces there. I'm going to just open that up again and then pop it in and do the solder job. Same deal, borax and alcohol. Over the lot. A little bit of alcohol in me flux over there, which again is just borax. And we'll dab a little bit of this stuff on right on the spot where I've got the join. Flame and burn that off. Cut a little bit of solder. And would you believe I have got away with using hard solder for the entire project? Not one spot have I resorted to using a medium or a soft. And the trick to that is just being really conscious of where you're applying your heat, and also be aware of how the tile will retain heat. A lot of guys have like a perforated surface that'll take that down and away from the job, and that's ideal because there's been times I've had the heat of the tile reflect back and melt the job from below, and yeah, it was kind of an unexpected failure. things go, that looks pretty nasty, but I got a lot of heat into it, and I'll just test it. If it doesn't come apart with a bit of force, then yeah. So that's a good way to check your joins. And also, now that I've had a fail there, I'm going to have to solder that out, hack that out with a file so that each side is clean, and try again. Okay, there we go. Try again. Not going to apply any more fresh borax to the point. Only the alcohol washed to the entire thing, so that yeah, we don't add any more fire scale to the entire job as we're going. Burn off. Come on, flow. There we go. Yep. And that's it. Righto, there it is. Pretty rough and rugged looking thing, but it's man jewellery, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to hit it with a probably a brush wheel or something like that, and then polish it up and fit it over the stone. There's a wet brass wheel here. If it's dry, it'll deposit brass onto the job. I'm pretty happy with that.
This is our first dream. Now what's this?
There it is, a quick rough build. Not too fussed about the finish of it, and all I wanted to do was achieve a crystal holder that was made out of silver and didn't look too rough. I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't. And ring the bell.